So I wanted to rust blue some parts, but it's been a few years since I've done something like this, so I went on YouTube for a bit of a refresher and found a bunch of good videos about the process of doing it. But almost every single one uses chemicals that, for me in rural Canada, are difficult to get a hold of, or really expensive to get a hold of, or just straight up restricted. Um, I had to think about it and came up with a solution that seems to be working for me that uses stuff that you probably have in your house already, or at the very least that you can easily buy at any store. We got some household bleach here, regular old bleach. We got some white vinegar out of the kitchen. Now we're going to set this up like a fume bluing process instead of the regular rust bluing where you apply a solution directly to it. So I got a couple of parts here suspended on a wire. These have already been through a couple of passes, but they're just going to hang in this container. And the container's big enough that they don't touch anything. And I've got about an ounce of bleach in this little container here. Be careful what container you put it in. It's going to get a little bit warm when we add the acid to it, and it's obviously got to stand up to bleach and acid. So careful what kind of container you use. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to put this container of bleach, and this is just straight bleach right now. I'm going to put it inside the big container. Now I've washed out the big container and I haven't dried it, so that leaves some humidity in here for the rust to happen. And I've got a couple of milliliters of white vinegar in this little dropper here. Now when I add this to the bleach, it's going to do two things. It's going to warm up, which is good because it'll release some more humidity, and it's going to release chlorine gas, which is good because the chlorine is the thing that's going to cause the rust on here. Now chlorine is also very poisonous, so be careful that you do this outside maybe, if you can. You want it to be fairly warm, so that's a bit of a thing to think about depending on where you live. But do it certainly in a well-ventilated area. In theory, you're going to seal this up really well, so there's not going to be a lot of escape. And we're not going to produce a lot either, which is one of the nice things about this, is it's a catalyst. It's not used by the reaction. So a little bit of chlorine in here is enough to start this rusting and keep it rusting forever as long as there's humidity to rust it. But we don't want the gas getting out. We don't want to breathe it. We don't want it rusting other things. If I were to do this on top of a metal table or something, it may well rust the table because this isn't going to be sealed 100%. But we got our jug, we got our bleach in there, we got our parts ready. Our parts have been washed. These have been washed with acetone. If you can't get acetone, a glass cleaner, even just really hot water, you're looking to get the oil off of the surface. Any oil on the surface will prevent that part from rusting. It doesn't matter what you use, but it can't leave a residue. Now, you get your cat out of the way, because this isn't good for cats. We have our bleach in the container already. I drop some acid in and immediately we cover this. And I'll do this off camera, but we're also going to tape it up and just make sure that it's as sealed as we can. This will sit here for about 12 hours. And in 12 hours it'll have a nice even coat of rust on the parts. And you can follow a regular rust bluing procedure after that. I won't go through the exact rust bluing procedure because there's lots of good videos on YouTube about that. But if you can't get the chemicals that they use, here's an option for you. So hope this helps someone.